What's up, Seattle? How's everyone doing? And happy Monday. Happy gray Monday, but still it's going to be a beautiful day. For today's business support, small business support, I am going to invite a very special guest. Her name is Patricia Gray, and she is the PR manager at the Pike Place Foundation. So many people are stopping by. I'm going to wave, 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 and I apologize in advance if I couldn't sneak over here, come over here and hit wave as you come on, because we are going to have a fun interview with her, and she is going to introduce both Pike Place Foundation to us, as well as all the wonderful programs that the Pike Place Foundation is doing for our city. So I am just going to come here and add her information. Let's see. Pike Place sent a request while we're waiting for her. I'm going to wave to everyone stopping by. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. Thank you, JS Photo. Let's give some shout outs. Thank you, JS Photo. Thank you, Cappuccino and Design. Thank you, Gabby, YYYY. Thank you, Price Miller, PJ. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, Patricia, whenever you are ready. Let's see, let me give her a search again. Pike Place Market Foundation. All right, sending her a request again. Yes, how is everyone doing? So while we are waiting for her, I just want to tell everyone a little bit about what I learned about the, oh, there she is. Hi.
Hi.
As soon as you jumped on, someone gave us a bunch of hearts. So hello,
Awesome.
Hello, long traveler. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So let me introduce everyone. This is Patricia Gray. She is the public relations manager at the Pike Place Market Foundation. How was your weekend? How are you doing today?
It was great. I loved all the sunshine, and I'm a little sad to see the clouds this morning, but otherwise
and that
doing
is
well.
Totally okay. Yes, but that is totally okay, because summer is coming, and we all know how beautiful summers here in Seattle are.
Awesome. Well, great to see
yes,
you, Nana.
Yes, you too. So you're here to represent the Pike Place Market Foundation. A lot of people know about the Pike Place Market, right? The market, the fish market, travel location. But what about the Market Foundation? So tell us a bit about the foundation.
Yeah, so more than the fish and the flowers at Pike Place Market, the market is also home to about 500 seniors who live above the storefronts. And we also are home to a whole network of social services that support the greater downtown area. So we have everything from a community medical clinic to a senior center and a preschool and a food bank right there in the heart of Pike Place Market.
Wow, that is wonderful. So, and then also you just created a small business fund, correct? Some kind of small business aid for after COVID.
Yeah, so the role of the Pike Place Market Foundation is to nurture a thriving market community. So what we do is year over year, primarily our focus has been on the social services and the senior residents, and what are all the things we can do to make sure everybody in the community is healthy and thriving. But this year with COVID and the pandemic, you know, we've seen everything impacted in the market. We're home to 500 small businesses, you know, the little tiny mom and pop businesses all the way up to home to Starbucks, right? So we have a wide variety of small businesses in the market, and many of them, you know, relying on that constant source of income to pay their bills at home. And so when everything shut down last year, we realized that for the first time in our 40-year history, we needed to pop up and launch a small business recovery fund. So that's part of our recovery efforts that we've been working on for more than a year now. We were able to distribute 159 grants to small businesses in the market last year. Over $600,000 went out.
Wow, that's a wonderful. And how have you've distributed all these funds. So how has it been helping the small businesses?
Yeah, so it's been an interesting process because, you know, all these government funds and really specific funds were rolling out last year. And we were hearing from market businesses that they were applying, and many of them weren't succeeding in getting the grants. And so it was a scramble for people to try to figure out how are they going to cover their bills. And so when we launched our recovery fund, we realized we wanted it to be very specific to serve the businesses at Pike Place Market. We wanted to make it very low barrier. So, you know, essentially if a business applied and there was need and they had a plan of how they were going to survive with this support, then the grant was granted, right? And in addition to the funding we were able to provide, we set up a peer mentoring program where business owners in the market who were successful in pivoting or online sales and Instagram live sales and, you know, all these creative ways that you can sell your handmade products online, they actually became the mentors of other business owners in the market to help show them how they did it and help, you know, their fellow business owners be successful.
Yeah, and this is all possible because the Pike Place Market Foundation, it's not just a foundation, right? It's a way for people to connect and help each other. And it's not just for fundraising, but also for support and to really truly create a community. Just like Pike Place Market, like Seattle, actually, right?
Yeah.
We need to just continue to reach out and help each other. So I understand that you touch base on some of the other fundings. So tell us about some of the other fundings. What makes them so special and unique? You know, how has the foundation created, right, this unique, kind of almost like an atmosphere, almost like an ecosystem for them?
Yeah, the market really is this community ecosystem. So it all actually started, and now I get Malcolm joining my call.
Yes, hello.
This is Malcolm. He joins every call with me.
Hi, Malcolm.
And so, yeah, the Market Foundation has been around for 40 years, and it all came out of, you know, in the 1960s and 70s, Pike Place Market was almost demolished. And there were a group of citizen advocates who put an initiative on the ballot and saved Pike Place Market from the wrecking ball. And
the architect from UW, he created the park, right? I couldn't remember his name. Oh my God, it's escaping me. But
Victor Steinbrook. Yeah.
Yes,
so he was an architect and an urban planner. And so the key was these citizen advocates who saved the market had a vision for, you know, they knew what a healthy urban environment and community looks like. And so it was the first time in US history that a historic landmark district was preserved, not only its buildings, but preserved the purposes of the community. And so it is written into the historic charter of Pike Place Market that the market will always be there to sell, for farmers to sell direct to customers, for small local businesses to get started, and to support a community of low income, mostly senior housing at Pike Place Market and all the services needed to support that community. And so the work of the foundation really came out of that historic charter. We were born in 1982 to help advocate and fundraise to support these new services and this expanded housing that was happening at Pike Place Market. And with that, we've adopted, it's a United Nations and CDC model for a healthy community. And so we're really looking at all the components of what does it take for people to be healthy in communities. It's not only direct healthcare and access to healthcare, but it's education, it's economic opportunities, it's a safe, you know, healthy environment, and it's access to healthy, nourishing food. So when we look at the health of the Pike Place Market community, we're looking at all of those components and figuring out either how do we partner with an organization and fund those services in the market, or how do we launch those services for ourselves. So we both operate a series of programs. One that was really important this year as well was the Market Community Safety Net. So when the shutdown order
Yes,
came
please.
last March,
Tell us about that.
and
Yes, please.
yeah, and thousands of workers in the market, you know, the service workers, the retail workers lost their jobs overnight, right? And they didn't know how they were going to pay next month's rent. And so that's exactly what the market community safety net is designed to do. It steps in when an individual has a sudden financial crisis and is at risk of housing or losing work because they have to pay a significant bill, right, to overcome this issue. And so that's what the market community safety net is there for. So that's been a critical resource. You can imagine services in downtown, like the food bank and the senior center, we are serving a very low income, many times homeless population, right? And so we needed to remain open last year to serve this population who was experiencing great need and a lot of fear in like everything else around them shutting down and not knowing, am I going to continue to have access to something as basic as food? And so, you know, putting the protocols in place and keeping our programs open and safe, like the Pike Place Market Senior Center didn't miss a beat. They've been serving breakfast, lunch, and now dinner to seniors, primarily homeless seniors, all year. They've been, instead of the sit down kind of congregate meals that they used to do, it's mostly to go or socially distanced, you know, fewer people able to sit down in the senior center and eat, but they were committed to maintaining that service because they knew that population in downtown was at greatest risk, right, and most vulnerable to not having access to basic services and at risk, you know, of getting COVID-19.
Yes, absolutely. So, no, please go ahead.
Yeah, so our funding was there to step in. You know, we provide unrestricted grants year after year to the social services in the market, but also we were there for some emergency grants to our organizations, like the Pike Market Preschool. They had to close for 2 or 3 months, and that's 2 or 3 months without tuition. And that is their revenue. That's how they pay their teachers. That's how they keep the lights on. And so once they were able to reopen last summer, they needed to fill that hole, right, to get their teachers back in the classroom, as well as providing, you know, all the new PPEs and, you know, cleaning products and regulations, you know, to keep everyone safe in the classroom.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like the foundation is an all encompassing organization,
we kind of touch
right? It's not just the glamorous part. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, because I don't think a lot of people know that. I don't think many people know of all the wonderful back-end services, not back-end in a but all the encompassing services that the market is providing. It's not just about small businesses and glamour and travel and tourism. It's about really helping each other. And that's what makes the market so special. That's why people come and visit the market, because there's really, truly not many places like that in the world. And I'm so proud to hear that this market in our city is the first one in history that is, you know, that is doing what it's doing to revive an urban economy. It's so awesome. So it just makes me so proud.
I mean, some of the biggest and oldest.
No, please go ahead. There's some lag time, but that's all right.
I was going to say, some of the biggest and oldest markets in the world actually come to Pike Place Market and ask us, like, how did you do this? How do we make this possible in our market? You know, because to have a successful, flourishing village, right, you need all those components. You need housing, you need services for everyone, you need a vibrant retail, you know. Everyone loves the farmers and the food, you know, but it all needs to work together. And that's exactly what we've created at Pike Place Market.
Yeah, and if you don't care about your community, you're not really going to be, there's no soul, right, in that marketplace. So the community, you can't see it up front, but it's there. And
it's there.
I think it's there to hold it together. Yes.
Yeah, I think once you know what's happening in the market, when you go there next time, you might see it. You might realize something, you know, because you do feel that authenticity right, as a shopper,
Yes.
but you don't quite get everything that's happening there. But I think once you start peeling back the layers, you start seeing more and more like what makes this place so special.
Yeah, you start seeing what's underneath and why everyone's so passionate about the market, because they're not only helping themselves and their own survival, they're really helping each other and helping and lifting each other up. That's so awesome. And speaking of, I'm looking down at my notes. I know that there is a very special event coming up for the market.
Yes.
And it's also a new event too. So please tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're doing Rally Together for the Market. We did it last year, last June. For the first time, because, you know, suddenly the events that we typically plan in person, you know, we have some great parties in the market, were no longer possible. And yet we needed to launch this huge recovery effort for Pike Place Market. So we put together the concept for the first time last June. And so we're redoing something very similar, but what we have to share this year is this huge impact that we've made in 2020 to help the market get through, you know, the worst year in decades.
Yes.
Right. And so we'll both be reporting out on the great impact we've made by working together in Pike Place Market, as well as we have some amazing market stars coming up to perform with us. So
that's exciting. Yeah. Tell us about the stars.
Yeah. So all of these musicians have a history in Pike Place Market. We've got Whitney Monge, who was a busker dating back about 5 years ago, and really kind of after that hit the national and international scene, you know, and is and was performing, you know, all over the place. So she's bringing her music to the event, as well as we've got the Black Tones, local Seattle band. We've got two current buskers. It's Jeannie Rock and Carly Ann Calbaro. We've got the Can Culinary Cabaret. If you haven't seen them, they are so incredible.
Yes, the Can.
Everybody misses these intimate, amazing performances, and we're bringing these to our event. And then we're incredibly proud and incredibly grateful to have Brandy Carlyle performing with us. So as a teenager, Brandy got her start at Pike Place Market by busking on the cobblestones and finding her voice and finding her power. She really believes that the market transformed her as a singer and helped her realize, how do you captivate an audience and how do you really channel your voice and your power. And so we're really excited to have Brandy Carlyle joining us. And we just know we're going to have a great show. You know, people care about the market. People want to know what's happening in the market and what the last year has looked like for us and how we're going to come out of this. And we're going to celebrate with these amazing performances as well.
Yes, and definitely. And when is that happening?
Yeah, that's all on Thursday evening. So you can tune in on Thursday, May 20th at 6:30 p.m. We're going on Facebook Live and YouTube Live from Pike Place Market Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have a really fun ad. We've partnered with Sabre Seattle. They're the ones who made an amazing...
Oh, the yellow umbrella.
Yes. Yeah, they were known as the tour guides with the umbrellas in the market. But with the pandemic, they made an amazing pivot with all of their food. So the tours were really food oriented. So they had all these food contacts in the market that brought their business together. And so with the pandemic, they immediately pivoted to, let's gather up all this food and ship it out to people in their homes so they still get a taste of Pike Place Market wherever they are. And so that's how you...
That sounds so good.
Yeah, so that's how you can bring, you know, Pike Place Market to your home, enjoy the market's food and tastes and all that while you're viewing our virtual event, Rally Together for the Market.
Yes, and everybody, all the info are going to be in the description of this video when we finish. So yes, please join the Market Rally Together for the Market on April 20th at 6:30 p.m. and enjoy all these wonderful, wonderful things and hear about all these wonderful things that the market's doing, and then just celebrate.
Yes, yes. And it is,
yes,
it's May 20th. I think
May 20th.
You're still back in April, which is fine. It's been a wonderful spring.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I think it's the gray. It might be the weather.
Right.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah,
yes, thank you so much. Yes, and thank you. Oh, so we have someone leaving a message from VA, so from Virginia, lived in Seattle and love and miss the market. Oh, well, you know what? Now that we have a virtual event, you can tune in and support the market. And Patricia, thank you so much for your time. I know you are super busy, especially having to put on this big rally for the market this week. So we are going to let you go back to work and let you go back to your busy job. And thank you so much for your time and introducing the market, introducing the foundation to us.
Yeah, thank you for helping us get the word out about this event. And you're right, like the benefit of doing a virtual event is everyone from around the world who loves Pike Place Market can tune in. So we really do hope people will join us.
Absolutely. And there are so many of them, and we can introduce Pike Place Market to other people as well. Yeah. Thank you so much again for your time. All the information are going to be left in the description of this live video today.
Thank you.
And we wish everyone, and we wish everyone, and especially you, Patricia, a wonderful, happy Monday.
Thank you. You too, Nan Nan. Good to see you.
Bye-bye.